Well, we're kind of getting back to normal here on the Sun Coast, right? As far as the weather, maybe some storms tomorrow, but boy, beautiful weather.
2 days
Sunset tonight.
2 days in a row, some great weather. You know,
Yeah.
we need that for cleanup. Normally, there's big storms around and can be a hassle, and some people can get hurt with the lightning out there working outside. But beautiful sunset tonight. It was indeed, and a lot of folks capturing it. Can't show all of them, but here's one of them. Norm Schimmel. Norm. Nice shot, Norm. Beautiful there. And then another one, this one coming from Bob Ecker out at Longboat Key. Just look at that. Beautiful yellows and oranges, and boy, just calm conditions out there on the seas. And then this one from Cliff Rolls. This is reflective, right? Reflective of on the pond there at Siesta Key, or Siesta anyway. It's pretty nice, isn't it? Yeah, reflecting on how happy we are and how lucky we are here along the Sun Coast that we didn't get a full-fledged Category 4 hurricane, which it was possible at one point, but thankfully it missed us for the most part. We did get a lot of damage, don't get me wrong, but a Category 4 versus a Category 2 is a tremendous difference, believe me. And the Van Wezel webcam showing those nice colors here late, too. A lot of clear skies throughout the morning, some high cirrus clouds coming in late in the day, but the pinks were all around, and a beautiful end to this day, and looks as though we'll see a little bit better chance for a few storms tomorrow. As you can see, the moisture is out there in the Gulf of Mexico. It's slowly working our way. We have one lone shower off in the Gulf right now, and this would be what we may see tomorrow, some of these isolated cells moving in from the Gulf and the sea breeze starting. And then we'll see some scattered storms in the afternoon. It's not going to be an all-day rain. There'll be a few storms around, especially inland areas. That dry air is still very close to us, and this will inhibit most of the activity, it looks like, out in the Gulf, but just enough moisture to kick off a few storms. Not much, but just a few, as we continue to watch the remnants of what was Irma head off through Ohio. Now, the clouds that you see here, a little trough of low pressure, but not much. As far as our current conditions go, we have clear skies, 80 degrees, and the heat index at 86. Now, the high pressure is really starting to build in now. It's at 29.96 inches. The high today was a little bit below average because of the increased clouds. The Gulf water temperature cooled down. We had a little west breeze, and that kept things a little milder near the coast. The low this morning was comfortable, too, at 70. I think we'll be a little warmer than that tomorrow morning, mid-70s, the expected highs. Rainfall well above it. In fact, 15-plus inches above where we normally would be this time of year. And for the month, we're doing quite well, too, at 4 inches plus. Now, the forecast tomorrow, an isolated cell not out of the question in the morning, late morning, and then scattered storms in the afternoon. And it looks like most of that should be inland, but we could see a couple work back toward the coast late in the day. And on the hurricane front, well, we have this system being sheared apart. You'll notice how this edge is kind of smooth and all the cloudiness kind of spreading off to the southeast. We're getting some big-time northwesterly shear right here. It's still holding on, though. It's moving. It had been moving south, and now we're going to see this system actually continue to drift off to the south. It's gained a little strength. You saw that on that northern edge, how strong it was, kind of holding off, building into it. Winds were at 75 at 5 o'clock. They're up to 80 now. But the good news on this is that it's going to move off toward the northwest, and then north, and then northeast, although there's a little slight turn back toward the northwest there, so we have to watch that closely. As we've learned with Irma, it could be anywhere within inside this cone in 5 days from now. And by the way, on Irma, it stayed in the cone of uncertainty, never deviating out of that cone in its history. 71 now in Boston at 72, in Washington 66 degrees in Toronto. Same in Kansas City, 72 now. Albuquerque 99 though in Phoenix, and 74 into Dallas, 73 in New Orleans. Well, the forecast for boaters checks out like this. East winds will turn to the northwest. They'll be about 10 knots only, so seas running 2 feet with a light chop out there. And the water temperature has cooled down to, again, 83. We'll have a few scattered showers. I mentioned to look out for that, but most areas should stay relatively dry, 87 degrees. And then the extended forecast, the tide forecast looks like this. Low tide at 12:49 and a high at 6:49. Sunrise at 7:15 and sunset at 7:37. Warm and dry tonight, partly cloudy, 76 for a low. And then for tomorrow, look for a few scattered showers and storms around. As I mentioned, there may be a few isolated cells near the coast, and then 40% chance along the sea breeze in the afternoon. Rain chance jumps up a little bit on Friday, and then Saturday at 30%. It looks like that is the case again on Sunday. It should be that way. We'll have less of a chance on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with lows down into the low 70s to start the work week.